see how this turns out. Come on, let's go live. Says I'm online, yes, no, yes, come on, I'm online, yes, come on. Yay, says online. So, Jello, cool. Oh, double echoing. So, yes, Jello, good evening and welcome back. So, let's go ahead and say Jello all in the chat. And there we go. So, there we have all that. So, now let's go ahead and grab the links and we'll get that cracking. So why don't you come join us on the Discord while you're waiting? The link's there. So is the link there for the Facebook account. So come join us on Facebook. We have the Fiverr store link there. We can go ahead and purchase merchandise. We have the Instagram. Wabbit's been having a look at that today. We have our Twitch account where we obviously do our live streams of gameplay as well as obviously the Eddie Stobart, the Titanic and the Doll's House. Maybe we'll be doing the other build, which we did do an opening for, which is sponsored by one of our viewers. So thank you very much to our viewer. We also have our Twitter account, so head over to Twitter, hit that retweet, and you'll get a shout out live on here. We have our family friendly YouTube channel, so come say hello there. And on there we are playing Minecraft, we're playing Lego and other family friendly games. And there is a chance that we'll be actually playing as a family, because Wabbit will be on her Xbox, I'll be on my Xbox, or I might be on the PC. And one of the 7 spoons will be on the other Xbox. Wabbit might let another kid join her on there, so there'll be 2 on that one, 2 on my one, and then also be me, so there'll be 5 of us all playing together on the local network, so no one can actually come join us and troll and everything else, because it'd be a family thing. And we also have our YouTube adult account where obviously these builds will be on there. Like I said, we're doing the Eddie Stobart, we're doing Titanic, we're doing Doll's House. We also have on there at the minute the Lego Ecto 1. Got to get back to that, I've got to find the packets, they're somewhere in the office. We've got the Lego Child on there. We've got some other little Lego builds. We've done the Mickey Mouse plane, we've done a little camper van, we've done a little farm tractor, and we've done some exclusive products from our contacts from Legoland, so thank you very much for your contacts. What? Again?
Don't know, it's my anniversary and they wanted me to share it with you. It's my 2-year anniversary.
2 years? It's got 2 months?
Yeah.
That's strange, because you always do it every month, even when I wasn't here. Because I've been away for like 3 months. Hi there Roy, how you doing? Hi there Claire, how you doing? Yeah, Warwick's there again, she's saying hello to them as well, thank you very much. So yeah, come say hi Spoon in the chat and we can get things kicking off. And what's going on there? Why is that froze? Let's see if I can get that working again. Where is it? It's there, isn't it? Right, let's see. Yay, there we go, it's working. Alright, so yeah, there's a little video of it going. There is some differences we've noticed, but we'll come across them as we do it. There has been a few little changes with the builds. Some little plastic pipes fell off when one of the kids was looking at it, and I think I actually test fitted the electrics, which I didn't do in the last one. I think I've actually put them slightly differently, because obviously you've got to adjust the cables. Also, if you remember from the last stream we done on this, which is many moons ago, we got to 57 and the screwdriver broke. We've now got replacement screwdrivers, so we can now finish 58 off and then carry on with the next 4. And we still got tons more to do, because like I said, I've been away for a bit of time. But anyway, let me head over to Twitter and grab those retweets. Hopefully we'll get going. I don't know what seems to be going on, because every time I go live, everything's supposed to be sent out to everywhere for notifications and everything else, but it doesn't seem to be popping up. Some of them have actually been coming through late, like some from the Discord. The bots actually send them out late. Oh, okay. What's this? Emergency broadcast. Ah, alright, that's Minecraft, something to do Minecraft. Yeah, someone that we follow, right? Let's try and find my profile and then get these retweets. Alright, oh, so it seems to be same sort of thing again. So I'm going to give the top 3 retweeters a shout out in no particular order. So we have, in no particular order, we have Roy, we have Wabbit, and we have Claire. Thank you very much, you three, for being the top 3 retweeters. If you do retweet afterwards, thank you very much, but said you missed out. But don't forget, you can also hit the retweets when they come out for the YouTube very soon. So let's get rid of that. Let's bring the mini screen back up. Let's move the screws out of the way. I think those are sealed packets. Those are open packets. Because we like to try not to use the open packets first. Let's wedge them in there between the wheel arches. And let's see what's going on. So that's all there, that's all done. So hopefully we can now go into the main stream. So we'll do a bit of catch up as well in a moment. So 3, 2, 1, and in we come. So yes, I'll try and do some back to back again. Like we did yesterday, we've done loads of back to back videos for Dolls Titanic. It was Titanic and Doll's House we've done. Yeah, so here we go. We've got the obviously the wheels helping to support, and that's where we got to. Like I said, pipes have fallen off, so I've got to place them back on. So we've got some connections here. There was mention on Facebook about the fuel rail that's there. In the instructions it says it's got to be fit one way, but then they found out it's actually fit the wrong way round, so we've got to take it out, turn it around, put it back in. Lucky enough, ours is the right way round. I did watch my videos to double check. Yeah, I've just test fitted, put the circuit board inside, and I've just placed the cables in, but the cables have got to come from there, so I will adjust that in time. I'm going to get back to it. I'm assuming this will be towards a holder for a spare wheel. So I've got a funny thing, we could be getting another wheel for the truck, because on the little model there is a spare wheel on the side, so we might have that on here. But yes, we are virtually good to go. The screwdriver's ready there, and I'm going to quickly adjust myself again because I've slipped, and we'll go ahead and get 58. And yes, it's still sealed up. I've not tampered with it or anything like that, because I've actually been called out a few times. Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. I was called out a few times by another person from YouTube saying that I open the packets up, build it all, and then reseal the packets, which I think it's very daft, because why would I do that when I'm doing it all live with yourselves? So there is the issue. Let's stick. Titanic stuff's getting in the way, so it's Doll's House. Let's grab our big screwdriver. Obviously, it is a new one, and we'll go from there. So we have. What was the parts? Pipe, a tank cap, electrical connector device, and various screws. So yeah, that's what I'm reading from the back of the other issue, which is just behind my head. I'll bring it in a minute because it's still in the folder. So yeah, here it comes. That's where we are. I was just reading the information from there. Let's put it just behind me again and go from there. But yeah, we're good to go and everything else. So let's see if I can remember from my knowledge where things go. So that packet's now empty. That box packet's there all done. That can sit to one side, and we'll see. So we have a nice red pipe, which we'll see where that goes in a moment. We have a black pipe. Oh, that's a die cast. So that. Looks like it's probably going to sit across there, across the top somehow. And we'll come to them in a minute. So we have some DDO1 screws, so we'll be using 2 of those out of 3. We have some pins, which could be a bit hard to see. Yeah, but I'll get them out in a moment. DDO3, so we'll be using 2 of those. And DP06, so we'll be using 1 of those. And we have, which looks like a tank that fits together. Oh, we have, that's the oil, so that could be another one. Is that oil? Yeah, it's got to be the oil one, so that'd be the fuel one. But a bit small really to be fuel. And we have a little bit there, so we'll see how things go and see how it is. So we looks like we could be working that side first. So let's move this to one side and we'll bring it closer to us so we can actually see what we are doing. So yeah, so let's turn it like that so I can see, and then we'll get yourselves looking. I want to say that bottom of the tank, it's got a groove, 2 smaller grooves on one side. Yep. So you might be able to just work them out. Yep, you can just about see them. So that must sit in there. So then pipes sit there. That's perfect. Don't think that will go in there. But that one looks like it's more like it will sit in there. We'll go over it and it sits somewhere down there. So let's have a quick butcher's to see. There we go. So it sits inside the chassis and then goes into the tank there. So try and get some sort of proper stand there. So we want, so they look like they're going to be quite big and black. So we're going to use the DDO1 screws. So where's my open packets? DD screws. Yeah, so we want a DDO1. Let's see, we've got a couple of DDO1s already open. Saw DDO3, so we'll grab them out. 2, 4 and DDO1. So yeah, we do have an open packet there. We only need 2, so we'll scoot out 2 of them. 1, 2. And we'll get rid of DDO1 packet there, and we'll stick them with the rest of the unopened ones. So again, we'll grab that, stick it in there, and we'll just work it in left and right for it to bite, and then it should take hold. Make sure it's nice and tight, and we should be virtually good to go. Got a little movement, but the other screw will hold it in place. Yeah, I'm using a Weir screwdriver PH0, and yeah, it seems to be really good. And yeah, it's going in nicely. Oh, there we go. And just double check this one. There we go. So then they sit in there as well. So yeah, as you can see, the black pipe sits inside the chassis quite well. Goes on top. And then, let's see, there is another groove just here. So I'm going to recommend or suggest that sits in there pointing upwards. Go on. Just like so. That's in. Right, now it's in. There should be some sort of clamp there really to hold that in place, and then that should just clip inside. So just make sure they stay in as well. And we'll push that in on top. Just like so. There we go. Seems to be holding. Might have to put a little bit of glue in there to hold them in. There we go, so yeah. Oh, they've popped out. Oh, come on. So yeah, I might have to put a bit of glue in them just to hold them in place in there. So yeah, that's that bit done. So what else we got here then? We have DO3. Put them there, put that one over there. DP06, I'll come to DP ones in a moment. So DDO1 can go away, we don't need that just yet. And those are some pins. So let's see what's up next. We have, now that looks like that could go in there, but then where would that go? If we try and slot that in there, or where? Put it down there then. Swing that inside. That will go there quite nicely. Alright, so that goes in there, goes into the radiator. Right, let's try and get that in there then. Come on. It's not going in fully, but it will screw in there. So I reckon that will be the DP06, but it looks too small. Got a pin there. Could it be a pin? Another pin. Alright, I'll try a DP06. Do we have any other DDs? Right. DP, so we want the DP06. Try one of these before I can pack it up. DP06, there we go. Alright, we've got some in there. So that can go over there. Alright, let's grab one of these out. So we'll almost go for a smaller screwdriver, I reckon. I don't think it's going to work really well. Got a bit of grip in it. Place it in there. My screwdriver just fits in the hole, but now it stops. So let's go ahead and grab a smaller head. So we're going to go for a PH00 screwdriver, a smaller head. And we'll just screw it in there gently. Nice gripping. Alright, let's turn it around so you can see. So it just sits on the top there, comes down around and underneath into the back of the radiator, but it doesn't seem to want to go in far enough, so I might have to give that little tweak off cam. Right, it's sitting there. There we go. So what we've got next, we have, so they can go away because the DP06 screws are finished with, because there's two and we only need to use one because we always get a spare one. And we'll see how things turn out. So we're now left with one of those, done them ones, done them ones, done that one. So yeah, we're left with silver pieces. and I'm not too sure which way around it probably go. Probably go with a little hole over the wheel arch there. Oh no, wrong way around. Whatever they do, you can always swap it around. Doesn't want to go in properly at all, either way. Well, it seems to go well that way, over that screw. Well, if need be, we can always turn it around afterwards, because it does want to go that way. So yeah, it's got to go that way then, because it does look slightly off. Yeah, that one's bigger, that one's smaller. Yeah, there's a hole over a screw, so we'll do that in there. Lots of flexibility. Go back to our PH1. I'm going to grab our DD03 screws. Let's grab 2 of them out. If we've got to change it, we'll change it, but it's alright. So we'll then get them placed in there. And again, we'll work it in and out. Just like so. And go from there. I think Wabbit might have to make me another brew ready for the next lot of issues. Right. A little movement in there, but we'll sort that out in a little while. Oh, Wabbit's just staring at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, thanks Wabbit. Thank you very much. So we'll get this in nice and tight. You can use like 2-in-1 oil so it can help cut through, or you can just work it in and out like I do and go from there. Right, so this cap hopefully just goes on one way, just like that. There we go. And then this, I want to say, comes in here somewhere. That way. Then that way looks like it'll go because it sits in there. Yeah, I'm going to say it's going that way. And then I'll work out which side. The pin's got to go in there somehow. Is one side bigger than the other? Let's have a look. Oh, they both look identical. So these pins must go in here. So then we go on there. I'm going to say they go downwards, so you've got something to screw to later on. Right, so let's open this up, grab the 2 pins, and I think I might get the little pliers out so we can then make sure it goes in nicely and we can then move on. So yes, it's been a absolute long time since I've done this, so let's see if I can get it to go in gently. My phone seems to be going a bit berserk. Right, so that seems to go in there nicely, but it's not fully in, so I will have to get the pliers out. And now doing the other side. This will be quite fiddly for people with really big fingers and thumbs and everything else, or have issues with medical conditions and so on. Let's put that in there, that in there. Come on, there we go. So you in there, you in there. Pliers. Let's put that to one side. Alright, now let's gently squeeze them together. There we go, that's in. And that's in. Obviously there's movement in it, so it's all fine. So let's put them to one side. and we'll put our screwdrivers to one side. So that is, to me, done. So DDO3, I can sit there, that go in the bin, and that is that issue done. So let's have a quick look at the packet, or the booklet, and see how far we've come. So we have, let's see, we have the pipe for the tank black, tank part 1, tank part 2. So yeah, we have the cab, I'm trying to read upside down, closing plate, which must be that one. Yep. Electrical connector device, cover for electrical control device, so that's these ones. So something's got to go through there then, and then it will probably run down there. Let's see what else. Tank cap, so that's that. Radiator pipe, so that's that red one. Long pins, 4.5 millimeters, and then obviously we've got the screws. I think I've done them right. Yeah, so alright, so we did start in the right place using the black ones. The cap, yeah, we've done all them. Put the pipes in. Pipes are in. Oh yeah, we did do it right. We've located it correctly. Put the cap on, that's alright. Alright, okay, so then you've got to poke it in. Well, we would put it in first. Okay, that goes there. Down the bottom, up. Alright, so yeah, it was in the right place. Yeah, we've got to really push it in hard. So we've got electrical board in, which is already in place. We've got the cover on as well, so I've almost lost it all. Bending over, screwed it in. Yeah, we've done that. Oh, we did have it the right way round as well. Perfect. And that is where we got to. Pins are in. Yep. And that is where we're sitting. I don't know where them 3 pipes go. I will have to go through all the paperwork again. Supporting the Super League. Oh, okay. Commercial vehicle shows. Yeah, I remember going to the Truck Fest at Peterborough. Been there a few times. And air tanks, pipes, and connectors. Oh, so that should be good. Air tanks, yeah. Oh, okay, so we'll bring the folder in, clip it up, and then we will go for a quick 60-second ad break while we set up for the next one. So in comes the folder. So we're going up to 70 issues in this folder, and then we'll start a new one. We do have a spare one sitting over there next to Wabbit, same as the I know they're behind me, they're the full ones over there at the minute. So we'll sit this to one side, and we'll go over to a 60-second ad break while we set up for the next one. So 3, 2, 1, and ad break. Alright, so there's the ad break now, Wabbit, so we can start cracking on for the next one. So we have 59 and DPO7 screws, it looks like. Is it just, oh no, 3 lots of screws. DPO7, DDO4 and DP6. So we will try and get them out as soon as we can. DDO4, 1, 3. Yeah, we'll find them, Oh, we're running out of time. Was it 7, 4 and 6. DDO 1, 2, 4. Haha. DDO4, we've got that. DDO4. Nice DP 07, DP 06. So we'll get rid of DDO3. Those are sealed packets, they can go somewhere else. Just bear with me a minute while I'm just getting out these last fiddly screws, DP07 and DP06. DP06. And DP07, there's the packet. Okay, there's one in there, so we might have to try and find another one somehow. That's a half a packet in there. Can we see another DP07 somewhere? No, right, okay. So we might have to dip into that new packet then. Stick them there, and we'll stick those ones over the back there, just there, job done. Right, so we've got there, stick them there. Right, here we go. Now we are coming back, and we'll start the next one. So we've got, now we can start next month's issues, and I think I've got 3 more months behind me. So we've got 59, 60, 61 and 62. So we're going to put them to one side. It looks like we're doing more chassis, which is great. I think this week in the current times is the actual cab being delivered in the big box. So that's how far behind we are. Can't remember what issue that's out, but I will see if I can find it. So that can go bin. And again, we have some parts here. 59. Come on, just over there. Yeah. Here we go, 59. So we have quite a selection here of parts. We've got some plastic pipes as well. Right. Okay, so we'll take it as we go. I think I will probably have to double check some bits with the instructions, but we'll come to it when we can. Alright, so if you haven't already, well, when we're on the next break, have a quick look at the description, and in there will be links to other people that are doing this build. Alright, so we've got a few things here which we need to try and sort out. So we're going to get a trusty blade, and as always we'll take a little bit out as we're nice grown-ups and competent, and we'll just go away from your thumb towards your chum, and we'll just take what we need. Oh, blade's gone in. The locking mechanism is sort of like going. So there's that one. Oh. And we'll move on to the next one. Away from your thumb towards your chum. Oh. And another one, away from your thumb towards your chum. And last and final section there, and then we'll put the blade away and out of sight for a moment. And we'll just gently go through the packet. Just like so. And we'll put it to one side. So we have some lovely pieces here. I've probably got the parts wrong anyway in the descriptions. So DP07, alright. And we have bits and pieces there. Some more pieces here. It looks like we're going to have some fiddly parts. Tanks, screws, clamps, and so on. Alright, okay. So that is now empty. A bit heavy, but it's just plastic. Alright. So let's see if I can scoop that up a bit more. and bring this back in and see what we can do. So we'll move the screws to one side a minute and have a look. So this tank was together, but obviously we've got to screw that somewhere, and then we have one of these U-clamps that will go across. So that will sit in the chassis somehow. So then we have the other tank, air tank. They go together like that. I won't push them tight together, we've got to screw them in. And again, that should really go through there. Unless it goes that way. I've got a funny feeling both of them will go on this one. Right, yeah. We'll come across that as we come. I may have to just double check to find out which way round things go. Now that looks more like the battery tray. And we've got a couple of end caps, which looks like they screw together somehow. Oh, they just push on the ends. And we've got some pipe work. Right, so I think I'm going to just double check with some bits on here, and we'll do it as the instructions say, because I want to make sure it is the right way round. So, let's double check we've got the parts. We have 2 sets of parts for air tanks, couple of U-bolts. I can see that one there, see that one, see that one, see that one, small one, big one, tray and screw. So yeah, it looks like all the parts are there. And just want to double check some bits on here. So we want, let's see, a DPO6 screw to put them in. So we have the tray, and we have this part here, which seems to go in now. We've got 2 little lugs on the bottom. I've just lost that now. Oh, there it is. So we have 2 little lugs on the bottom, which will then sit inside the groove, and then we use a DPO6 screw. I don't know if we've got a odd one somewhere. Where was it? DPO6. Oh, DPO6. Out it comes. There we go. And where's our smaller head screwdriver? There it is. Cool. Magnetism on this is really good, and I even got a magnet for it. Placed it inside. So I was actually thinking of getting one when I actually need it, but at the minute I don't need one. So that seems to have gone in really nice. Just like that. Oh, I've got to change the brightness on that because there's some issues there. And then that will sit on this side somewhere there. Don't worry, I will spin it around so you can see. So let's get a good grip. So it'll sit just there. But then we've got to try and find a way of screwing it in. Looks like it's screw holes are, alright, I see screw holes are on the bottom. So let's put that back so we've got it nicely balanced so we can do any work required. So these ones would be, where are they? DDO4s. Okay, so we need a bigger head. DDO4s. That's the pliers, don't want the pliers, I want the screwdriver. There it is. Oh. DDO4s. So here we go, there's the open packet. We only need 2 at the minute. So let's go ahead and grab one. Get that in there. Oh, the head just about goes through. There is a bit of debris in the way, so we can clear that out. Smaller head. There we go. Perfect. Right, now let's grab the screw and try again. Come here. There we go. Right. And yeah, a lot more screw comes through now. Right, so that sits there. And then we've just got to try and screw it in nicely. Don't want to do it too tight because you've still got the other one to put in. And again, I'll put that in that side. Oh, screws just one little. I have actually got some paint, so I can do some painting on it later. Because once we've got the tractor virtually done, anything that looks damaged, we can always repair by touching up. Why isn't that going in? Alright, let's move that over, let's move it closer. And try again. Come on, why are you going in? Sit there nicely. Come on. Why are you gripping then? Let's see what's going on then. It's a little bit high. Ooh, so it's a little bit higher than it should be. Let's work that out a minute. Yeah, for some strange reason it's a little bit higher than it should be. Let's see if I can get that side in first and then do the other side. Right, so we'll get the screw in first. Oh, come on. Screw in first. Oh, yeah, screws in. And we'll screw that started. And we'll see if we can get that in. There we go. But it doesn't seem to want to sit properly. It's in there. No, it doesn't want to go in properly because it's been misdone. Let me just get a proper hold of it, see if I can manipulate it into place. No, it's way off. It's like nearly a whole screw over. Right. Okay, so let's try something else. Because we're not going to let it beat us. As you can see, it's literally virtually a whole screw over. As you can see this silver marking. Oh, hang on. Silver marking, that is where the screw is going. Just a little bit further down you can see the hole, which is black. So it's literally hasn't been made properly, that little bracket. Don't know if anyone else had that sort of issues. But yeah, it's not level at all. It's literally off. Oh, there goes one of the screws. There it is. It's right, we've got some spare ones. So let me think. Should we take that little part off? Because if I try screwing it on as it is, it will go into a certain point and then I can't get the other bit in place. And then it's on a twisted. Right. I will have to take some photos and contact Shet about this. We'll carry on. We won't let it stop us there. We'll carry on and we'll figure out how we can get around it. I've got a funny feeling I might take that piece off or ask for a replacement part. But on top of that, we need one of the air tanks. So these are virtually the same, aren't they? Which one are they pointing to? Could be this one. Yeah, because that goes the other way. So that's got to go in there. Quite proud of that one. Is that showing little bits in it? Yeah, little bits in there. So then we need the, was it DP7s? We'll grab some DP7s. One there. Let's see if we can get this one out. There we go, a DP7. Right, so we'll put that in there. Oh, not too tight because we don't want to break it even more. And then we'll just move on to one side. And we'll grab some more DP7s. Take the corner off. And we just need one more at the minute. And we'll move on. So yeah. And there we go, so that's in there. So no, I won't be able to get screwdriver in there properly. So moving on, we then need, what's going on there then? Because the vehicle's going to be upside down. It wants the other tank. Ooh. Double tanking. So not that one, it'll be this one underneath. Oh, there's a big offset. That's right, and then we want obviously the DP07s again. A couple more DP07s. Here we go. 1, 2. Right. Oh, here we go. So we'll get this going. We might even get them on live stream, see if they can sort something out. But obviously, I will mute the first part of the conversation so we can get the accounts and everything sorted out, and then we can go from there. So obviously that sits in there, and that is how it's going to be sitting. 2 half tanks at the minute. Let's see what else we need. We need the long pipe, looks like, which will be, ooh, comes, hang on a minute, what's going on here then? This is what I don't really like about instructions, because they're not fully clear. Alright, so I'm looking at the wrong piece, so it's this piece. So one of these has a hole, that one's got holes in it. That's got holes in it, so that looks like it's going to be the long piece. Is it a long piece? Yeah, 15, that's the long piece. So that goes, on there. Always got to be extremely careful. We don't want to snap it. Give it a little twist. Fingers and thumbs are quite warm, so it should help go on. There we go. So that's how it's going to be on the top of it. That's how we've got to poke it. So that goes on there. So we poked through. The cradle. And then goes up. So they must go together then. Like that. There we go. And then that goes up there like so. Yeah. And now we've got to do top and bottom air tanks, fit the covers on. There we go. There we go, there's the two air tanks. And now it's the end caps of the air tanks. They look identical, so that's good. And do they go on? Yeah, there's one. Oh, come on. Go just off a little bit. Oh. Come on you go, there we go. There's the air tanks together. And again, they should be sitting there. Which they won't do because the cradle has been done incorrectly. But now we need the shorter one. And these two pieces. Again, let's warm it up a little. And we'll definitely give Hachette a call, maybe while we're doing the live stream. I'll twist it on there. That's that side on. And it looks like we've got to push it on. Oh, so that's on that side, but it's got to be kept. There we go. So it looks like we've got to keep them together. There we go. So keep them together like that. And what's next then? So that's supposed to come up that side and curls round and goes through the chassis, which we can't do because we can't attach it. What's next? Oh no, wrong bit. Let's see. So that's got to go to the long side, and then it goes Right, so we have the flat piece on there, goes into there. Like so. Crikey, bit of a tight fit. There we go. That circles around, goes onto there. So let's quickly give that a little warm up. And get that in there. Crikey, it's a bit of a tight fit. If I obviously get replacement parts, then I will fit it off stream and get it done. And that goes down into the chassis, which we can't do because it's not attached. Oh, alright, okay, so we now have, where is it? This piece, which then obviously sits on the other side. Oh. So we have, okay, so that piece goes into the dowel, and then these two pieces go either side of the tank. So we can get the top one in first, then get it into the valve. Oh, into the valve. Go in. And get that down there. Oh, come on. So that's in there. That's in there. That's what lines up, but won't go in. Right, so that's holding now. There you go. So that's how it's going to sit when it sits there. Those are quite tight fit around there. Obviously that comes down there and into the chassis. Right, okay. And then obviously we've got the U-clamps. U-bolts, one goes across there. Tucks into the groove and then down into the air tank. Just there. And same the other side. I think what I might do is put a bit of glue on the ends of them when it comes to fitting them correctly. Let's put that over, then slide it backwards, put that in there, and then I might poke it that side, down, there we go, and then that goes in there, that goes in there. So I've got some photoing to do and then send it off, so we can then get replacement parts sent out to us. There we go. So that is how it's going to sit. So you can see the U-bolts and all the valves and everything, but again it's all because the hole is misaligned and it can't go on there like that. So we'll obviously work on that and sort something out. So even though it's not that one, let's see where the opening is, just there. Put them in there so we don't lose them, even though it's the wrong size, but we know where they go. Come on in there. There we go, and we'll just place them in there. so we know that they go together, and then we'll get them sorted. Just there like that. So we know that all goes together, and I think that is it. That's, yep. So that is it for that one. Obviously we can't attach it to the vehicle because it is incorrect. I will have a little play around first, and then I'll contact them, and I'll reach out to the group page, see if there's anyone else had issues. So continuing on, we've got the Scania P420 car transporter, and then we have some more about the roads, and next issue we've got the anti-sway bar for the front axle. So we'll be working more of this end. So this, quickly shimmy that backwards out of the way. We'll sort them pipes out obviously when we come to them, because we're bound to have to use them again, attach them to places, and we'll bring in that one, and there we go. So we had issues with issue 59, so if I put that way so it reminds me, and we'll contact Hachette about that once we've had a little look. So don't be surprised if we end up putting that back on the stream, or it'll be put on afterwards. So while we are waiting, let's go ahead and be right back. I can quickly adjust myself, and we can do another issue. Cat Queen 86, thank you very much for the follow. If you're still following, in a couple of days time you will be added to the wheel, and if you are a lucky winner you will win some goodies. If not, you'll be kept on the wheel until you do actually win something. So ad break in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Alright, quick adjustment. Oh, pins and needles, not really nice, and foot's gone numb. Oh yes please wear it, I would like a nice cuppa. But yeah, just got to adjust myself and everything else. So we'll probably end up speaking to Hachette in a little while. Need to make a note somehow. Let's go contact Hachette. Ooh, better do that right. So we'll get things kicking off. What am I doing? Yeah, contact Hachette. Issue 59, isn't it? Yay, 59. Contact Hachette issue 59. So we'll do that, and that'll pop up on the stream as well. There it is. So welcome back from the ad break. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We're just sorting out some bits. Obviously didn't have time to sort out the screws, but we'll do that in a moment. And we'll move on to the front axle. So we'll be kicking that off in a moment. So 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we're now coming back. We've now got issue number 60. So we are working on the front axle. It sounds die cast. So we'll get things kicking off. Oh, there we go. So let's grab all that out and get that in the bin. Thank you very much there. And let's have a look. So we've got DD04 screws. I think we had some DD04s, didn't we? Yeah, DD04's got a couple there, some spare ones. Yeah, I've got some pins. They to me look like they're going to be king pins. They're not going to be king pins, they're going to be the sway bar pins. So let's have a look inside and see what we got. I've got a funny feeling I've got trying to work a way of turning that over. Right, so let's move that to one side and stick with that just there like we normally do. It should hold just like so, and then we'll grab our trusty blade, and again, be a responsible grown-up and adult, someone competent enough to use one. Just get a little bit of blade out, lock it off, and then go away from your thumb towards your thumb, and put the blade away so we don't need to worry about it, and then we'll just slide the bits and pieces out. It's not being open properly, but it's alright. There we go, front axle, some brackets, pins, sway bar, and more brackets. So I'll probably have to adjust myself again. These normally have, yeah, that bracket has a little L, and this one will have an R, so one's for left, one's for right, and we'll get things kicking off. So nice sturdy axle there, again L and R, so you've got left and right. So left, left, right, right, and then obviously you've got the sway bar. So we've got 2 screws that have got to come out of there, and then we've got the pins. So pins, I'm not too sure where they go just yet, but we'll find out, and we'll see how this goes. So let's have a look. You've got 2 locating pins. That's an L, so L with L, where we will see how it all goes together. So that must go on the chassis, and that goes that way then. Looks in. Does it lock in? It should lock in. Might be the wrong way around. Is that it? Looks like it. Yep. No. Yes. No. Yep. Yes. So that goes in there like that. So we've got 1 screw that goes in there, and then that goes in that side, and 1 goes in there. So that's how they're going to sit on the cross beam. So you can have a little look around, and you'll see L and R. Just like so. So we'll go ahead and grab the DPO 4 screws, which are there. That's a sealed one. Where's the open one? 6, 3, Okay, I can't seem to find the open one. Where is that, the open one? Oh, that's the 60s. Okay, we'll just use this one. And then we obviously backfill with the open ones later, so that bit can go in the bin. We're going to need 2 of these, 1 for each one. And then we'll grab a screwdriver, and we'll go ahead. So where's our big head screwdriver? PH0. Again, we are using our Wera one. We're not sponsored by them, but they happen enough to give us goods, and we'll have you sponsored one of our episodes. And we'll work it in and out until it's in place. Just like so, and then same again this side. I do actually have some other Wera screwdrivers, which I use for other stuff, but not for this. And I'll be using them again at the weekend, because I've got some replacement, or not replacement, I've got another circuit to add for a neighbour, because they had some work done and it was wired badly. Well, that hasn't gone all the way in. That's really loose still, so let's take that out a minute. Thread looks good. Got loads of debris out of it, so we'll put that back in. Oh, in there you go. And then we'll just try again. Oh, not quite. Yeah, now we're going in properly. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, that one's not going tight at all. That's gone tight. but this one hasn't. Might have, it hasn't gone quite deep enough. It's a little bit loose, hasn't gone deep. But I will probably drill it a little bit and go a bit more. But there we go, so that's in place. And then we've obviously got that to go in there. And that is where then pins go. Let's just drop that there. Grab the pins. Again, we'll get the pliers out and we'll squeeze them in. So I'm going to put the little grip parts on the inside. I reckon that's probably be the best one because it's the best way of doing it, personally. Get half one side in. Yep. Come on. Hey. Get you in there. And you in there. Right. Let's give that a squeeze. Try not to bend it as we go. It's going almost through. There we go. So that's that one in. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Get the pins in. Push it as much as we can, and then we'll just nip it up with the pliers. And try not to bend the bracket. There we go. So there we go. That's the sweep bar all in place, and that obviously goes underneath at the front when we start attaching the rest of it. So yeah, not too bad. Right and left. So that's it for that issue. Nice, quick, simple one. Wish it was all like that, and it's a shame that the other issue wasn't as good. But we'll get there as we go. So in issue 60 we had obviously the brackets and the sway bar and the chassis at the beam. Right, the axle. Yeah, screw it all in. Sway bars. Oh, so once this go outside in, I went inside out. I find it probably be more of a better grip. And yeah, obviously use some pliers to assemble. Again, outside in, and that's it. Perfect. Which I've got. They want it like that in the picture. That's how they got it in the picture, but hey, it is what it is. We've got it like that. So we have the bits there. Competition at home. So talking about another company, and then we've got Trucking Movies 4. Okay. And then issue 61, as we're going to have another quick ad break, we have the hubcaps and brake parts. So okay, we've got some brake, should be drums really. We've got here right and left wheel hubcaps, steering connections, front right and left wheel features, front right wheel trim, left and right braking, backing plates and brake drums, pins and screws. Right, okay, so yeah, looks like we've got Oh yeah, we get the new trim. We have a wheel, which is good, which is over there. And yeah, looks like we've got brake chambers coming as well. So there is 60. Let's go ahead, bring in the magazine or the ring binder, and then we'll go ahead and put 60 in and go to our ad brake. So while we'll be going on the ad brake, don't forget to check out the links. The links are in the description and things like that. So we'll go be right back and we'll go ahead and do a one more ad brake and then we can move on. So 3, 2, 1 and ad brake. Right, so the ad brake should be kicking in and we should be good to go with a lot more stuff. Alright, oh, it's a big string. Alright, so we have now 61 coming in and we are working obviously on there, build them together. We should be virtually good to go. It is a shame that we had some issues with one of the issues. It would be nice to have it all run together, but we'll get there. And yeah, we're almost there. So we've got 62 and it looks like doing, is that going to be the front or rears? Probably the front suspension, working on there. And yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Right, so we're almost back, so we're virtually good to go and see how things turn out. So yeah, we'll stick the links out once again so we can start kicking things off. So we've got links there to the Discord, we've got links to Facebook, the Instagram, our Twitch, our Twitter, YouTube and our adult YouTube account where this is obviously being built. So let's head on back in and we'll get the next one done. So 3, 2, 1 and in we come. So obviously we've left off with a bit of bits everywhere. We've got a box of bits over there, we've got bits over that side. So we're now going to move on to the next issue and start cranking these out. So let's get rid of that bit of rubbish. And we have a lot of bits here. It's a shame that they don't put the working parts inside. So right, so we've got stub axles. And the ball bits. Right, okay, so we'll crack on with that, get them together and go from there. So again, gonna grab our trusty blade and go away from the thumb towards our thumbs. So be it an adult, a competent person, someone who knows what they're doing, and we'll lock it off and we'll go away from our thumbs towards our chums and we'll try and cut through every single packet without damaging anything. There we go. And then we get the blade away because we don't need it now until the next issue. So we'll rip it open and get the bits out. There we go. So that is now empty. We'll leave it to one side and we'll see how things turn out. So we do have a couple of bars, rods, DDO4 screws and DDO5. Right, okay, so we'll sort these out in a moment and go ahead. So these are obviously the brakes, that's 2. That's 2, okay, 1 and 1. So let's see. Alright, so we've got 2 there, 2 there, nothing there. So they must go together somehow like that. And go together like that somehow. But we'll soon sort it out. So we have these there. Oh, oh, they're magnets. Oh, that's right then. And we've got one of those. Right. So let's see. So that's got to be the back plates. So we have something there. Can't we see one there? That feels quite sloppy in that one. That feels nice and tight. So that's like that. So, aha. So we want a screw to go in that one from this side. So what would it be? Probably the DDO4s, would it? Oh, you've got DDO4s, I reckon. Oh, 5s. Oh, let's see. Let's slowly work our way around. So then we have that sitting there. I wonder. That goes on the wheel. Probably some sort of screw, and then that goes on there. And then we've got that one. So that's left. And this is right. So let's. Alright, so that goes like that. Ah, so yeah. Let's quickly change that around because obviously there's a little recess for where the screw head goes in. So that's got to be a DDO5 then. Do we have a open packet DDO5? Should have something somewhere. DDs, here we go, DDs. 1, 2, 3. Nope. And these are DPs, I believe. Okay, those are DPs. So we want a DDO5. So we don't have a DDO5 here. Let's bin. 6, 4, 6, 7, 4, 4. Right, okay, so we sort of what we've got out here. 3, 1. That's a DP. So DD05, because obviously DD is die cast. And obviously we're going to die cast, so we only need 2 of these. So we'll grab this smaller head, poke in the packet, and grab a couple out. So we'll grab one for now. It's got to be these ones. And we'll just put in there. Is it these ones? I don't think it is. We're not gripping at all. Okay, so we'll put that back. So we must be the other ones then, which is the DP04s, wasn't it? Yeah, DDO4s. So DDO4s, we've got an open one here. Grab that one out then. Yep. Bit of a lively one that one is. Alright, so we'll get that in there, find the recess there, and then put it in there, screw in the bottom there. Come on. We'll screw it in nice and gently. And again, we'll work them in left to right until it bites and takes. Okay, that's going nice and tight. Just a little movement. There we go. Nice and tight, that one. And we'll do the same for the other side. So keep that to one side. Which one's got less in? Oh, they're both the same. Alright. Again, we'll sort them out. I do have some pots on order, so I can put some screws in. Hopefully, they'll be here soon. And then we can just tidy up, put screws in relevant pots. Right, that goes in there. And again, little recess for the screws to sit in. And they go in there quite nicely. Right, so there we go. That's right, that's left. And then obviously we've got the drums that goes on there. They don't seem to go on there. So that's got to be slightly incorrect then. Right, okay. we'll whip them around quickly. Right. So again, we'll put that in there, get a nice solid one, and then we'll just whip them in. There we go, so that's that one, and that sits on there. And obviously we'll do the same to this one, which is a bit silly really, because the recess sits nicely for the screws. Give that a little push through. Put that through there. Again, we'll just get it in there, in place, and go from there. Right, there we go. So that goes there, that goes there. Right and left, perfect. And now, right, so this is, where does that one go? Can't really tell which one it goes to. It looks like it goes to this one, because we have, in the left one, we have 2 little holes with some screws. In the right one, we have 2 holes and a third one, which has a locating pin for this one. So, that one going that way. Really want to sit together nicely. There you go. So then that is where the DDO5 screws got to go, which are these ones. So we'll grab that one, part of the steering mechanism. Okay, more. There we go, in there. And then, come on. And then this one goes the other side. Getting reasonably tight. Come on. Well, you don't go too tight and strip the threads, that'll be quite bad. There we go, nice and tight. So that is that together like so. Right, so there we go. So we want left and right, and we'll put these must be known as the king pins, and they've got to sit either side. Rubbish pile there, king pins. Right, so let's see, that is the right side. And I'm going to say that goes that way. If it's anything like I've seen before, that goes in there. And I'm going to go the grip side, which is that side. I'm going to put it to the top so it has something to grip when it goes in and down. But this is going to be a little bit harder to get my pliers on. So we'll try and push it through best we can. Oh. Get all lined up. Oh, no, missed it. I'll try again. Get that out there. So that's gone through. Keep trying to work it through the other end. Let's get rid of that a minute. Cool. don't seem to want to go through. Come on. Alright, let's give it a bit of oomph. Alright, try and give it a little push. It's going. Yeah, it's going. There we go. It's in. And that's nice and sturdy. Right with right. And now it's going to be left with left. So that obviously goes to the bottom. It goes to the top. And then we should be good to go. So where's the other pins on? Kingpin. Can I take them both out? Yeah, here it is. So in there goes that one. Oh, too far. Take it out, there we go. That one's gone in really sloppy. Normally you put the kingpins from bottom up, but you know what it's like here. We want to make sure it all stays nice and sturdy. Obviously these goes on the end. Like so, and then, hey, that's not nice. Obviously your screw goes on the end, and then that goes on afterwards. But it doesn't seem to be. Might have to use the screw to magnetise it, and then we obviously got some bits left over. So I'm assuming the wheels are coming on as well, just to help out. Yeah, come on, stay. So let's grab. Let's move the cab out of the way because I don't want that falling. Let's grab our little box. There's one door, two door, bumper, which we know fits on the front. That will go onto the cab shortly. And we have our wheels. Oh no, one of the handles are falling off. Handle from the front there. So we might have to glue that on. That went in there. Turn that round. There we go, that's back in there, so we might have to glue that on. Put that in there as well. And then we get the doors in. Yeah. Get that to one side. Right, so in theory, that should just drop in there in the 3 pins. That goes in there. We're going to have a screw. And hey! And that will go in there. So it won't be much longer now until we get the front wheels on. So that's looking good. And then obviously we've got the wheel trim that goes on this one. Let's marry it up. We're going to marry up. Come on, let's go. In you go. There we go. Going. There we go. That's the other wheel trim on. So caps. So yeah, we've just got to work out. I'm sure we'll be putting the screws in to compensate that bit, which I'm assuming will be, that's can go in the bin, be a DDO4. Well, while we wait, let's move all that out of the way. We'll bring in the magazine. I'm sure DDO4s will go on, and we'll go from there. So here we go. So we've got what, 2, and we've already used 2. Right, hey ho. So we've got the caps, steering mechanism, hub, and back clutch, like I said. Right, so I want us to put the bits together first. Put it into the axle. Yeah. So once this go bottom up. Yes, it's the right way around. Oh, oh, there we go. And then obviously, yeah, that's what we've done. A little recess bit for the screw. So on, we've gone in, and everything else. We put the trim on. We did put one in, but we didn't put both in. But we'll come across that in a little while. Okay, crossing bridges. Oh yeah, that was nice. Stobart's Ford Transit vans. And obviously they use them for breakdown as well. And then we obviously got the front lift suspension in our next issue, which will be coming in very shortly. So let's go ahead and bring the folder in. Yeah, try not to lose anything. And get it in. We'll then have one more break for the next issue, and we'll finish it off shortly. So let's go ahead and go, be right back, and do a quick 60-second ad break, and we can carry on. So 3, 2, 1, and an ad break. Alright, so that's going quite nicely. We are getting there. I'm assuming they're going to be DDO4s. So we'll put them up there. That's all for rubbish. Put all that in like them. And we can get rid of them all in one hit. So, what do you think so far? We are doing quite well. We do have some people in the description if you wish to go ahead and follow them as well. If you do, fantastic. Leave a comment on the most recent video, say hi Spoon Centers, sharing the love. So you're giving them a thumbs up to their content, you're obviously subscribing to them, which is obviously a great help to not just myself but them as well. And then we can move on. So it's getting a bit crowded now with everything everywhere, but we can't take a hash about that one. Let's put that in there, like it said, and we can see how things turn out. Right, so that's in there. That's not quite in. Right, so we should be coming back from the ad break very shortly. Oh, and we will crack on in a moment. Just trying to wrangle this in, and it's not seeming to be sitting properly, so let's try once more. Come on, why aren't you going in? Just a little adjustment. There we go. Sorted. Now you're in, and you're in. Perfect. Alright, let's put a hub in each one, and just plunk them there. So, alright. Oh, getting a bit dark. I have to turn the light on. So, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're going to bring in the next issue. Let's see. Let's put the light on. It's maybe a little bit better, but hey. So we're now doing the suspension for one of the sides. So we should be easy enough to crack on with it and see how things go. Ooh. So not many parts there. Alright, so I can't remember what side was it, front left. So we'll be working on that one first and see how it all turns out. So again, we're going ahead and grab our trusty blade, grab just a bit of blade out because we're a grown-up responsible person, and then we're going to go away from your thumb towards your chum, so don't cut into your fingers, and then we put the blade away. It's always big like so, so we'll get rid of that bit of rubbish, and then we'll get this out. Not much here, but there's plenty. So we have DP06 screws and a DD06. Right, okay, so we work on the left side. So that's the right, if I remember rightly. Yeah, that's right, that's left. So we'll be working on the left side. Oh, that's only plastic. That's not nice. So that would be sitting there. So we can flick it over. And we need to work out which way around it's going to go. So it doesn't say which side's in or out. Or left. Left and left. So we'll put cube letters on the inside so it's harder to see. Locating pin, and we've got 3 screws. So they must be the DP08. So it's a bit big for the DP06, so DP08, we don't have any of them, do we? Before I open it up. 5-3. It's plastic, so I haven't really looked in there. We do. I'll just open it and we'll just put spares over if need be. Right, so we only want 3 of these out. 1, 2, come on, 1 more. Come on, just 1 more. Come on. 3. So we'll put that in there. So we want our smaller head screwdriver. And we will start screwing them in one by one. So we'll deal with left side and we'll do one of the easy ones. We'll go for that top one there and we'll work it in. We don't have to go too tight because obviously we've got to get them all in, and we can carry on. Alright, I know some people have been complaining about the build, but there's not really much to complain about, I've found. Obviously there's been a couple of times I've had to get replacement bits because part of the door was bent, and obviously we've got to get another bit there, some other bits as well. Can't remember all the issues. Found some damage on other bits. So yeah, so there's the leaf spring. You've got the main spring and got some additional springs to help with the suspension. So that is how it's going to be sitting. And then you obviously got part of the suspension here, and looks like it sits up there. So read that side there, and that goes under. Right, let's see, let's get that in place sort of thing. Yep. So that will sit in there. Come on, wait. Alright, it seems to be a bit of an issue at the minute for me to get that under. Maybe because I've got the wheels on the back there as well, which doesn't really help. A little flick over. Right, so that goes somewhere. That's too far there. Have I cleaned upside down? I don't think I have, no, because that goes that way. But would that go? No. That's got to sit. So that goes there, that go there. There we go, getting there. So that's it across there. Right, so I'll see where it goes. Right, so that goes down like that. Let's flip that over. Now I'm getting things confirmed in my head. And that will sit on the end there, my mistake. And then, oh, that will be the DD06. Sure, I've seen the DD06 here. 7443 DD06. Right. That's DP. I'm sure I've seen the DD06. 1, 2, 3. Guess not then. 5, 7. Alright. We'll just take one of these out. Right. And hey! Bit of a lively one there as well. Right, so we'll grab the big head and we'll screw it in place. Right, so we'll place that on the shaft there and we'll just screw it in. So it could be getting another one of these screws to hold the wheels on. Obviously we don't do it too tight because obviously we still got to adjust it all. And then again it should be sitting on there. So we just got to screw it in nice and easy and try not to do any damage as we go. There we go, so that's gone in. There's still a bit of play there, a bit of movement. And obviously that will go up into the chassis later. So that is how we're going to leave it for now, and I will sort the screw out in a little while. It seems to be a little bit long, but then it should be biting all the way through. So I might have to get some 2-in-1 oil or use a another type of lubricant that I've got laying around, and we'll get that biting in. There it goes, going a bit more. Just working it is quite easy. There we go, screws in a lot better. There's less thread showing this end. There we go. So yeah, so there we go. That is that one done. Not much for that issue, but we are getting there. We do have the next batch of 4 behind us, or we've got the next 3 batches of 4 behind us, so we are actually good to go. Oh, is that the time already? Crikey. Alright, so we'll quickly have a look at the magazine and we'll go from there. So here we go. Obviously you've got the leaf spring and the shock absorber, some screws, and yeah, we located. Did we put it in the one that it wants us to? We did indeed. Perfect. And then we just worked our way through and we are there. That's where we left to, and we're working towards that. I wonder if there is a spare wheel on the other side. So we'll soon find out. On your super bikes, okay. And then obviously talking more about bikes. Stobart on TV, yeah, they've had some stuff on TV before, and looks like they've got some other products as well. And then we obviously got the other side with the springs, so obviously it sits on the shock covers, and then they'll poke up into the chassis. Got some pins and screws. So it looks like we'll be using the pins to put the suspension on, leaf springs onto the chassis, and we'll be screwing the rest of it together. So let's go ahead and bring it in, and we'll see how it turns out, and then we should be virtually good to go. Right, in comes the magazine. After the stream, I will contact Hachette and speak to him about it, and go from there. I might have to trim some of these videos so they can see what I'm on about. And again, I might have to take photos as well. So let's do one more 60-second ad break, and we should be good to go afterwards. So 3, 2, 1, and then the ad break. Right, so now that's the ad break. We've got screws to tidy up, and we've got this little lovely pieces put together, and get things all nicely set up. Let's just leave them together. Yeah. Oh, get them stuck there. No. Try and find somewhere decent I can stick them. So, no. Okay, we'll just leave them there, leave them there, leave them there. Job done. Might do another one of these tonight. Yeah, this will be coming out the weekend. I don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday now, but we will be doing the other builds soon as well. So yeah, don't forget to obviously go to all the bits and pieces down below, and we'll get things kicking off. So yeah, it's obviously a shame about this piece, but we'll get things going and hopefully re-sorted. Right, so thank you very much for coming back from the ad break. It's very much appreciated. So we are going to be leaving off with obviously this. We've got the tools and everything else. We do have some bits that we would like to try and consider. Obviously we know mud flaps kind of back here. I think the cables will go underneath. Mud flap there, mud flap the other side. Wheels, yeah, we've got it all sorted out. We know what we're sort of doing. That will be sitting down there. Mud flap there somewhere. So yeah, we are coming along. I want to find out what screws them on. Go from there, because I'm sure I've got some spare screws for it. We could screw them on. Probably do it when we get the rear wheels attached, and go from there. Yeah, so that's about it. All I can say is thank you very much for coming along. Don't forget to obviously hit us up on the social media accounts. We have them all there. So if I stick it out once more, do the links. So again, we do have the Discord, we have the Facebook, we have the Fiverr store, we have the Instagram, we have the Twitch, we have the Twitter, we have the family friendly YouTube, we have the adult YouTube where we do all this, and we also have other bits coming up. In the description of the video has people that we're following. They are also building this vehicle, and hit them up, give them a like, share, subscribe and everything else. If you like the content, leave a thumbs up, be very much appreciated. Leave a comment and I will get back to you as soon as I can. We also like to follow, share and subscribe to everyone and everything else. But yeah, don't forget to obviously share it out to all your friends and family and everything else, especially anyone that's in the Eddie Stobart community that would like to see it. So thank you very much for coming along, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, it's raining.